But a woman filled with red flags will only select a man who's filled with low self-esteem.
Oh my God. Oh my God. She is speaking so many facts right now. So many facts. That woman who is a walking red flag is going to pick a pushover, weak male. Triple TG gang. We back in this thing. You already know what it is if you do not know who I am. My name is Diamond, and I run this channel called True to the Game. You already know why you came. Today, we're going to be reacting to Miss Sadia Khan. Almost forgot her last name. Sadia Khan. This is a psychologist, all right? She's speaking about how to stop being manipulated by women. So let's go ahead and get into the video. Make sure you like the video if you are pimping, not a simp. Comment your thoughts below. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell right next to it. And select all notifications so you do not miss an upload where I am getting you closer to being a pimp and less of a simp. Let's get into it.
So with my line of work, a lot of my clients are men, and I would find that majority of men tend to have the same problem. They are all tending to have a woman that's disrespectful, a woman that may be unfaithful, or a woman that may be using them financially. Now, if this seems to be the problem you're facing...
Now, let me tell you, all three of those problems stem from the fact that you have no game. I'm going to just put that out there. Let's continue.
And if this seems to be a reoccurring theme with all the women that you date, they seem to be, you always find yourself getting cheated on, you always find yourself getting used, you always find yourself getting disrespected. I'm going to give you the reasons why this is happening to you and then how to prevent this from reoccurring. So stay tuned. Now, the reality is a lot of men will say, she lied to me in the beginning, she was so good, she lied to me, she lied to me. Women never, ever, ever lie. Never do they lie. They might not say the truth, but they always show you the truth. Every woman that you've been with that has hurt
all right. Like, Sadia, I respect you and everything. You know, I love what you're doing. Giving game to some men, you know, about certain topics. But I will say women do lie. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie.
You cheated on you, stolen from you, whatever it is. She showed you her red flags from day one.
That's a fact, but it don't mean the bitch can't lie. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, just because she showed the red flags and you chose to ignore them because you're weak as hell and you feel like, oh my God, she just got, the titties are just so big, the ass is just so fat, her face is just so pretty, like, oh my God, like I want to wife her just off the strength of how she looks. They choose to ignore the red flags that were staring them in their face, just flagging all in their face just because the bitch looks a certain way. How you gonna determine that a bitch is wifey material just by looking at her ass? That's how you can tell a nigga's standards is so low to the point to where a woman can just show up looking a certain way and she can be disrespectful and all these other things. She can cheat on you and all these other things and you're still going to be with her because of her looks. That shit is whack, man.
You chose to ignore them. You chose to ignore them. This is what women will do. They meet a man and they'll basically show their red flags in not so clear ways.
The woman will show you who she is. She'll show you. But you refuse to see who she is because you see the potential in what she could be. But you have to know that you have to take it at face value, right? Just because it looks good doesn't mean it's good for you.
So they might show it simply by how she dresses. And she might show you that she might be provocative. Or she might show you with her sexual behavior. She might be very sexually...
Now, I disagree with this. Just because a woman dresses provocative does not mean that she's a whore, slore, slut, none of that. So let me also say that. Just because she's dressed a certain way does not mean that she's a whore. And just because the girl who goes to church all the time is dressed in a nun outfit or conservative clothing does not mean that she ain't a super freak.
That she might be provocative. Or she might show you with her sexual behavior. She might be very sexually liberal. She might show you in terms of how she talks about her exes. She might say that, oh, this guy was so toxic, this guy was so this, that, I'm still in love with this guy, whatever it is. She shows you some of her traits. She might show you through how she is as a parent. She might not have kids and not prioritize them, or she may have denied another man access to the children.
I'm not going to judge her off of what she does to other people, what she has done to exes, right? I'm going to judge her based off of how she interacts with me and how she moves around me, right? Because I'm gonna be honest, what she will do for one nigga, she won't do for the next nigga. Maybe her ex nigga didn't have no game. Maybe her ex nigga was lame. Then she meets me and she moves totally different around me. She listens, she cooperates, right? She wants to follow my leadership. So in that case, who gives a fuck about what she did to her ex? She's doing everything I want her to do. So she can be on the team. She can be on the roster. So I don't want you guys to judge her based off of what she said about her ex, or base her off of her situation where her mama, her granny, her auntie. Base it off of how she moves around you.
And you think you're going to be Captain Stepdad and you're going to save the day. But the reality is she showed you
who she
that
was.
she denies men access to the children if she doesn't like them. And you think you're going to be immune to that behavior? Not possible. So these women always, and myself included, we show men all of our red flags. Now we pick the man that allows us to get away with the most nonsense.
Now she said it right there. She said it right there. And I'm gonna be honest, when you do have game, there are gonna be women who walk away from your strength because they're looking for somebody weak who they can actually step on and use as a personal doormat. You do not want to be that nigga, right? So don't be upset when you get some game about yourself and you be like, damn, well, she want to leave me alone. Yes, she wants to leave you alone because she knows that she cannot manipulate you. She knows that she has no power and control over you. So she's going to go to the next nigga who's weak, who she's able to run shit. Now, that's not all women. But some women need to be in the power position. They need to be in control because maybe they have some trauma that they dealt with, crazy ex-boyfriend, right? Crazy ex-girlfriend, or they're just scared, you know? They're scared of niggas with game, I'm not gonna lie, because they know that with a nigga with game, they will never be in control. Never. And it's not even about control, but she knows that that man or woman is in control of himself or herself and cannot be swayed. That man is gonna stand on who he is. And that man is able to walk away and is able to say bye if she wants to walk away. The weak man with no game cannot walk away, cannot allow her to walk away, so he's going to chase behind her ass, right? And I've been there. I've done that. I will never tell you guys a lie about me just always being this super pimp and always being P, always been, no. But that's why it's so important for me to put out these videos for y'all so y'all can see if I did it, you can do it too. You know, I want you guys to know that all hope is not lost, but it's lost if you want to blame women, if you want to red pill rage, if you want to black pill, think that you got to go under the knife to get surgery to fix something. That's when you're going to have an issue. Learn real game, accepting yourself, loving yourself, believing in yourself 100%. Standing on your values and your standards and having a standard for yourself and what you want from the woman.
If you don't have many red flags as a woman, what will happen is you attract a man with really clear boundaries. What will happen is a man with boundaries can only be with a woman who doesn't have many red flags because they're a perfect match. She doesn't do too much, he doesn't tolerate too much. They work really well.
Ooh.
But a woman filled with red flags will only select a man who's filled with low self-esteem.
Oh my God. Oh my God. She is speaking so many facts right now. So many facts. That woman who is a walking red flag is going to pick a pushover, weak ass male, right? It just is what it is. Because she can't attract a strong man with game because that nigga's going to say to the left so fucking quick that there's not going to be anything there. There's not going to be a situationship. It ain't going to be nothing because that nigga's not going to be tolerating that shit. So she has no other choice but to be with the man with low self-esteem and who doesn't believe in himself, and she can walk all over. That's her only choice. And she's not even going to be satisfied in that relationship, but it's the safe choice for her. And not only is it the safe choice for her, it's the only choice for her. Because like I said, a nigga with game is not going to tolerate none of that shit. So if she's a walking red flag, she has all these red flags, unless she is ready to change, right? In order to meet the standard of the man who has game. she ain't gonna be able to attract that nigga, bruh. It is what it is. And that's why I say some of these women will switch up for the right guy. And then you wonder why the exes got done so dirty, but she's in this new relationship with this new guy that she's just so submissive to, so feminine around. Because it's all about the man. But once again, she's not going to survive around a man with game, a man who knows his worth, a man who loves himself, believes in himself. He's not going to put up with that shit. And she knows that. So she will get with the nigga who has low self-esteem. She's so right.
She will find the man who doesn't know how to exert his boundaries, doesn't know how to look for red flags,
Weak.
and doesn't know how to stand up for himself. That's the man she will select. So if you are a man with really low self-esteem and really value the connection more than the respect that she's giving you, you are going to find yourself constantly manipulated, cheated on, and disrespected.
Number one, respect comes before love. I would rather a bitch respect me than love me. I don't need your love. I love myself. I have enough love for myself for the both of us. I don't need you to love me. But you're gonna respect me. If you want to be a part of my reality, you're going to respect me. And if you don't, goodbye. Simple.
By women. So this is how she knows. Firstly, how a woman spots a man with low self-esteem is he seems to be super impressed with her beauty. When a man is so impressed by a woman's physical beauty, she starts to have a power over him. The most beautiful woman in the world will get in line for a man who's not that attractive if he's not that impressed by her appearance.
There it is. There it is. This is a psychologist. This is a woman telling you guys. Looks don't matter as much as you think. What did she just say, y'all?
She starts to have a power over him. The most beautiful woman in the world will get in line for a man who's not that attractive if he's not that impressed by her appearance.
She just said it. A woman will get in line to be with a nigga who's not that attractive if he doesn't place so much importance on her external looks. I say all the time, how the fuck are you going to value her looks so much when she has no control over that shit? Her mom and dad are the reason why she looks the way she looks. Of course she might do her hair. She might put on makeup. She might, have a nice outfit or whatever the case is. But how she looks, she got the luck of the draw. Shout out to her parents. Her parents should get more credit than she should. Right? And like I said, it will fuck you up every time when you look no further than her looks. And to be honest, a woman sees that and she's like, this nigga doesn't even know anything about me. But he values my looks. He's so shallow to value my what the fuck? He's so shallow to value my looks over who I am that in a way they make you pay for that. It sounds crazy, but on a subconscious level, women make you pay for you being so superficial and you being so shallow. I'm just going to be honest. Because that woman says, damn, this dude can't go deeper than the surface. This dude cannot see beyond my external, right? He's placing so much value. He's calling me wifey after we just met. He's obsessed after 2 dates. I didn't even give him a reason to chase me, but he's chasing me just because of my looks. How can a woman respect that? You're not making her earn anything. All she got to do is show up to the table ready to eat. As long as she has a fat ass, big titties, and a pretty face, a pretty smile. Baby, you ain't got to do nothing but show up to the table. I'm going to put everything on it. Nigga got a whole Thanksgiving feast on the fucking table ready for her to eat. And then after that, you want her to appreciate it? When she didn't do anything to earn it. So how can she really appreciate it when you just gave her everything up front? And then you get mad at her saying you were used and taken advantage of. No, you took advantage of yourself, homie. You took advantage of yourself. And if you feel like you got used, it's because you did things because you thought you were going to get a certain reaction from her and you didn't get that reaction. So who is really manipulating who? She's only following your lead. You're manipulating her by putting all this shiny shit in front of her. Taking her on fancy dinners. Showing off your looks, money, and status. Right. You're manipulating her to try to get the cooch or try to get a relationship or try to get some validation and approval from the bitch. But you want to get mad that she manipulates you. You want to get mad that she takes advantage of you and uses you, right? No, she didn't. You took advantage of yourself. You manipulated yourself. Because you're doing all of these things trying to impress the bitch to get something from the bitch. When you don't get it, you go red pill and you rage. Get upset. But she was just following your lead, homie. Gotta be a better leader, be a better man.
But a woman who's not that attractive will become disrespectful and push boundaries with a man who is in awe of her beauty because she sees it as a power play. So when you are with a woman, and if you don't have a lot of experience with beautiful women and you haven't been around a lot of women, women smell that off you very quickly. And then they learn that they can push your boundaries. You. And they learn that maybe they can disrespect you, maybe they can cheat on you, but you're not going to go anywhere because she knows you can't do any better looks-wise. That's how we know a man's got.
That's what you get. That's what you get, guys. I hate to say it, but that's what you get. When you place so much fucking value on a bitch's looks and you allow and tolerate disrespect and shit, you deserve everything that woman gives you. If she gives you hell, you deserve to be burning down there. And I know it sounds tough. It sounds hurtful. It sounds like, damn, like, why are you being so harsh? Because it's true. The truth hurts. But you came here because the truth hurts and you need to hear it. You can go over to the red pill and hear them cry and complain and do the easy way out. But if you come here, you have to know that you're going to have to step your motherfucking game up, bro. You're going to have to. And I want to see you guys step your game up. I don't want to see you guys getting shitted on and manipulated and all of this stuff with women. I want you guys to be the men that you were supposed to be, right?
Got low self-esteem. Whereas when a woman acts like her looks are great, he's very attracted to her, she's very beautiful, but they are not the glue for the relationship. He's not going to stay with her purely based on looks. Then she learns to respect him more. She learns that she has to bring something other than appearance and other than sex in order to keep this man. But when she learns that her appearance is the only thing he needs, after every fight, after every disrespect, she knows that she can simply use her beauty to get back in his good books, and it is light work for her. She doesn't even have to try.
And you know what the crazy thing is? You might be like, I'm leaving her alone. She disrespected me, right? But you're so captivated by her beauty that you go back on your word. All she got to do is reach out. Hey, big head. Hey, stranger. Or the looking eyes emoji. And you're back that quick. That's all she got to do. One text message. Hey, big head. Hey, stranger. And your weak ass come crawling back and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, how can she really respect that? It's not respectable. It's not respectable.
So that's the first signal. Another signal that you've got low self-esteem is you don't set boundaries. Now, what I mean by that is she's done something disrespectful. You've seen it as disrespectful.
You can't walk away.
But you're afraid to say it. And you don't say it. You want to keep the peace. Now, men who desire and focus on keeping the peace at the expense of keeping the respect are always going to lose that woman. I'm not saying you scream and shout at her when she does something wrong. That's definitely not what I'm suggesting. But what I'm suggesting is you let it be known that this behavior is something you're uncomfortable with.
Exactly. Look, I don't appreciate this. This doesn't need to happen again. Do we have an understanding? If she says yes, cool. We're on the right track. You can stay on the roster. If she says no, peace out. Goodbye. Point blank, period. It's as simple as that. You don't have to shout and scream like she said. It's just pretty simple. You address the situation. You ask if we have an understanding. If she says yes, great. If she says no, great. Either way is great. You allow her to make the decision whether or not she wants to continue. And if we do continue, just know that if this happens again, you're out the door. It's that simple.
and you let it be known. And now if she continues to break that boundary after you've communicated it again and again and again, you don't keep repeating yourself.
You don't.
You remove yourself.
That's it.
Instead of repeating yourself and like holding her by the throat and trying to get her to understand
Right.
and respect you, you simply respect yourself and you leave.
Exactly. And you give her the option of like if you got to continue to repeat yourself, that means that you're trying to manipulate her, right? You're trying to, maybe if I say it enough times, she'll change. You don't want her to change because of you. You want her to change because she sees the value in you and she doesn't want you to slip away. So she's going to do what she needs to do. But that's a decision that she has to make. And if she doesn't see the value in you enough to make those adjustments, it's okay. Because you see the value in you. So if she never comes back, it's fine. Because look, that's what self-respect and self-love is all about. You shouldn't give a shit whether she comes back or not. You should give a shit about you standing up for yourself and what you believe in and what you want out of the situation. And if it's not going your way, it's the highway for her.
And if she sees that you can't respect yourself enough and you can't leave her, you've already lost her. She knows you're not going anywhere.
Facts.
And she'll never respect
And the fact of the matter is, even if you had a girlfriend, you probably never even had her. When I say had her, you never had her emotionally. You never had her, you know what I'm saying? Like she's never been really into you 100%. And that's why she cheats. That's why she disrespects you. That's why all of these things happen. Because she sees that you're a weak man that she cannot respect. So even though you might get the boyfriend title, she still is not, you still never had her. That's why it's so easy for her to walk away. For her to be disrespectful. For her to cheat. Because you never had her in the first place. You were just a placeholder. Something that she could, entertain herself with in the meantime. And it sounds harsh, but that's what it is.
You again, and she'll know that the next boundary, the next fight, she can take it further.
Mm-hmm.
But
and she will.
If she learns that when she crosses your boundaries, you withdraw yourself,
mm-hmm.
she starts to get in line.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a mistake a lot of men do is when a woman crosses their boundaries, maybe she's cheated on them, maybe she's disrespected them, this, that, and the other. Something's happened. Instead of exerting their boundaries, they reward that behavior.
Yes.
They might then.
Well, baby, let's go out to eat. You were disrespectful to me. We had an argument. Let's go out to eat, baby. Let's go to the movies. Let's do this. Let's do that. So you're actually rewarding bad behavior, fam. How weak do you have to be for a bitch to disrespect you, and then you turn around and go take her to the fucking fair? Go take her out to eat. Come on, man.
Beg her to stay, or they might buy her something. They might reward the bad behavior.
Now I'm gonna buy her roses, right? I'm gonna get her a card. I'm gonna get her a little necklace to get back in her good graces when she was a disrespectful one, fam. And then you wonder why she can't take you serious. She doesn't respect you, and she cheats and lies and manipulates.
So she learns that, oh God, I can cheat on you, you still pay my bills, or I can disrespect you and you still turn up at my work to say sorry. This is crazy. I didn't know it was this easy. So she starts to
playing y'all like a fiddle.
Respect you even more. You don't have boundaries, yeah? And you reward them. Now, where this is coming from and how you know where this is coming from is chances are there was some inconsistent love in your childhood. If you're a man who has a problem with women and they don't seem to be respecting you, you can't exert your boundaries, whatever it is, chances are when you were growing up, you had a mother or a mother figure that either didn't give enough love or was inconsistent with love or didn't allow you to be yourself. One of those things. So because you didn't receive unconditional support and love from a woman growing up, you seem to think having to earn love and beg a woman to respect you and beg a woman to love you and trying to buy her love is a form of attachment.
Okay. Well, I can agree and disagree with that too, because there's plenty of weak ass niggas out here who their mama showed them all the love in the world. All the unconditional love in the world. That son could do no wrong, but he's still a weak ass, bitch ass nigga, bruh. So I hear what she's saying, and sometimes those are the cases. But Some men out there are truly, genuinely, unconditionally loved by their mothers and still end up being a simp ass nigga. It is what it is. If you want my help directly, make sure that you go ahead and shoot me a DM at the Diamond Life 888. You will see it down below right here. If you want to book a one-on-one session with me, you got no bitches, you want one. You got one bitches, you want a ton. You got a ton of bitches and a ton of problems. Hit me up. Book a one-on-one coaching session with me, man, at the Diamond Life 888. We're gonna go ahead and get you right. Other than that, man, look, that's the end of this video. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Like this video if you are pimping out a simp. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell to be notified every time I drop a video on this channel where I'm getting you closer to being a pimp and less of a simp. I will see you in the next video. Last but not least, I'm out this thing. Stay true to the game.